Now on YouTube, good morning. Welcome to an iPhone video. Oh, I don't like iPhone videos, I know, but the camera's gone. We found its fate. We figured out what's happened. I left it on my trailer and drove off. So yeah, my MR2's red, and I've not got a vlog about it because me and Joe spent 4 days messing around with the car, getting it ready for paint and all that, and then the camera and the memory card and everything that I recorded everything on, just carelessness, and I lost it. So sorry about that. But yeah, my MR2 is red now. That's nice, isn't it? I've got loads of stuff to do today, and I wasn't going to make a video because I'm still a bit like, you know, I don't need to make video, but maybe I'll just use my iPhone, I thought, and then I got real into it. But I've got absolutely loads to do. So my list for today, right? I got the thermostats on the 525 on the E61. We're replacing the both thermostats, although it's got 3, but we'll ignore the 3rd one for now. So we're doing the main engine thermostats and the EGR thermostat on the E61. Then I need to find out why the Audi's not braking right. Since I've put it back together, since I've done the clutch, the flywheel, the main seal, the fucking wheel bearing, you know, the tandem pump gasket and all that, which is probably where I've done something. But since doing all that, I've now got no brakes, which, you know, I've got, the car will stop itself and it will stop, but it's just not, you can tell it's not being assisted. So probably got a vacuum leak somewhere. That's what we need to sort out. So that's on the Audi. And then the blue MR2 that I've got, I need to strip it, get all the bits off it that I want, and then get it on the trailer, ready to be scrapped. I'm getting rid of that shell. There's no point in me keeping it. I was thinking of keeping it for a spare in case I dinged mine in, but in reality, I don't think I'm gonna do that. If the shell was a bit better, I might think about keeping it, but you know, I started off with 2 pretty shit shells, and I only really bought the blue one just so I could have that hard top, which is obviously now red. So this blue MR2, it came with an hard top, that's why I bought it, and yeah, it didn't have another roof, didn't have a soft top or anything like that, so I put a bit of tarp over it thinking it'd be alright, and it was alright for a bit, but then with rain falling on it, it got pretty wet, and then I think trying to get the rainwater out of the cabin the other day ended up emptying about 10 litres of water into the inside of this MR2, which is pretty lame. And I just thought, you know what, I don't actually need to keep this car. I can just take the panels off, take the arms off that I want, put them to one side, and then we can get rid of the shell. So I'm going to do that. All right, so this first job, as I said, was on this beast. So I've been driving the car for about 40 minutes or so. Thermostats should be open, you know. So by that time, the engine coolant should be up to temperature, up to 90, whatever it is, low. Is it 88 or something it opens? Hold this for 10 seconds. What? That's a surprise. It was about 60 the other day when I was towing, so something definitely not right. Oh, we may as well be outside. I like the sun. Vitamin D. Been a lot of rain this week, so I'm going to show you the MR2 as well. Yeah. You have to excuse the wind noise if there's any, because me no Mikey. But look at that. Hello. Hiya. So yeah, I know iPhone's waterproof, but I'm not gonna try it. But I mean, that's just the water that's left in it. The rain yesterday was proper bad, so yeah. Sorry MR2. I said I did only buy this full roof in January, and it was only the price of a roof anyway. So anything other than the roof is a bonus. But yeah, it can't just stay here forever rotting. I don't know. It costs me money as well to keep it here, that's worth noting. So every month that it's not here, I get a bit of money back. So if I do actually have to buy another one, if I do smash that red one up good and proper, and I have to get another shell, then I'll have saved some pennies over 6 months or whatever, you know, to get one. So I'll pull off what I want, I hope. No homo, but I mean, none of the dash stuff's really any use, I don't think. I might take some of the plastics. No, I don't need any of the plastics really. Yeah, and after I've done the 5 Series and hopefully fix the brakes on the Audi, I'm going to start stripping this. Yeah, this is where year 2000 roadsters, this is where they come to die. Pretty cool, these two, actually, when you think about it, because obviously that one that's a 225, I think, so that'd absolutely smash this in the straight, but on the B road, would there be anything between them? I don't think there would, because this will be about 200-300 kilos heavier, won't it, as well? So at the time, I bet this would have been about 10 grand cheaper as well, maybe 8 or 10 grand cheaper, hey? Anyway, I'm going to do my E61 first, and I'm not going to bore you with it because there's loads of videos on YouTube on how to do the thermostats on these, but Basically got to take this panel off, take the rad fan out, get shit out of the way, and then the thermostats are on the front of the engine, which is nice. And yeah, it'll all become clear. Probably take that engine cover off as well so we can see a bit more. I'll just quickly show you my MR2 because I know this has been quite a long intro and I've not actually done out yet, but it's Honda Milano Red. So yeah, it looks fucking sick, doesn't it? Now I had to put a bit of extra tape on the track day just to stop water getting in, but chuffed with the car. Joe did a real good job. I've did a little bit of a crash, but it weren't quite a crash. I just caught a floppy at Cadwell. Insert picture here. Just getting a bit too close. Trying to make the corners smaller, but unfortunately scuffed the car already. But I mean, that's just what's going to happen. Joe was being a bit not quite a perfectionist, but he was trying to make sure that the car looked really nice, which it does. But you know, it's going to get scuffed up and it's probably going to go door to door with other shit and stuff. So yeah, it looks great. It looks a lot better than what it did because the paint was awful before. Really happy with the colour, really happy with what me and Joe achieved in a couple of days. It's a shame the video probably won't reach YouTube. I know that's been a mighty intro. I don't know how it is on the iPhone. I can see it shaking just in my hand. And there will be wind noise as well because I've not got a microphone. But we're on the YouTubes and we're doing stuff. I could have drawn this out. I could have done a video on this, video on that. I could have done an Adam Ivel and give it a wash. No, we'll wash it next video. You don't get to see it clean yet. I still might wash this. I might wash it later. But definitely going to start doing some stuff. So I'll catch you in a bit. Alright, I thought I'd give you a quick update on the 5 Series. So I've just managed to get it to start draining its coolant, which was a bit of a pain. As you can see, I've got it jacked at the back right. And I've got another jack laying just underneath, but he's just chilling at the minute. And I got my coolant draining. So this little red screw you can see, there's a little bit of, there's like an outlet underneath it. And you can stick a hose on there and unscrew that and yeah, drain the coolant, which is nice. This coolant's green. I was expecting it to be red, which was a stupid thing to do because it's not VAG Spec 13, is it? Whatever, GL 13, whatever it was, GL 12 and all that. So I've not got any green coolant, so I'm going to proper Yorkshire spec it and just put that back in it, I reckon, if I can collect it all, which will be nice. One thing I also discovered, look at this. This is a lifetime filter. Don't fucking look like it. Looks pretty hanging, doesn't it? But obviously you can clean these, that's the idea. So maybe I'll give that a clean, maybe not. The car's due a service, so I should probably do all that at the same time. But we're just doing the thermostats today. Now that's draining, so I've nearly got this off, but when I started undoing these, it started getting a bit, you know, oh shit, I forgot to drain the coolant, didn't I? So yeah, if you're doing thermostats, you might want to drain the coolant first. But yeah, I got this pipe on here and then unscrewed that, and a little bit came out, but the system was still pressurized, and all I did was took about a turn and a half out of this one. This is the EGR thermostat, and then once the pressure was allowed to get out of here, and the coolant started coming out and going into the bucket. So that's nice, isn't it? And yeah, I've not actually had to remove that much really. Bits and bats, but it's not been too bad. Right, I've got everything off, but we have had a disaster somewhat. Of course we have. So it was on the main thermostat, and you might be able to tell there's 4 bolt holes there, but only 3 bolts came out. One of them's still in the block. The head isn't. The head came off the bolt. Now, is this the end of the world? No, I don't think it is the end of the world. Oh, hang on. So this is where my thermostat goes on, the main one. The EGR one's already off and on the floor. And you can see this stud here. Look at the crud inside the coolant as well. That's come off. That's just from when I've been undoing it there. Putting my finger in it's probably not a good idea, but I just did it anyway. So yeah, one of these just chewed off, and I could tell it was going, you know, as soon as I because I started on this one because it's the first one, it's the easiest one to see, and it just didn't feel good. And the rest of them I went on and came back off a little bit to try and free them up first, and yeah, the other ones came out okay. This one not. So not ideal, is it? Well, certainly wasn't expecting to take the water pump off, but it's off. kind of glad it was the water pump actually, because I started trying to get that pulley off. I was like, why won't that pulley come off? There's no way for it to release. I was trying to get the centre to pop to try and find a nut or something. And then I realised what it was. I was like, oh yes, baby. So the stud is there, look. And I've got a lot more room to get at that on the vise in there. So I'm going to try first off to try and get it out. So I'll put some heat to it and get some vice grips on it and see if it'll twist out. Well, I've only gone and done it. Look at that. Managed to get the stud out. So no drilling or anything. Use my mate big old vice grip and my B&Q fucking gas bottle, and yeah, bang on. But the rest of them are all right. I guess we'll just replace this. It just looks like an M6 bolt, so should just be able to replace that. Got plenty of them. Oh, actually, I'll put you in a special place. Fuck off. Right, I'm starting to worry a little bit, slightly. So I've got my new bits and I've just been looking at them. So I've got some OEM Ken stuff, Bear, Male. You know, it's the OEM Gary, you know, OEM Ken. So I've got the stuff, it's got BMW part number on it and stuff. That's nice, isn't it? So I've got the 2 thermostats there, and I've just been looking at what's concerning me, and it's the water pump housing going back onto the block. And I've just looked at the gasket that's on there, and it's a steel press gasket. So, you know, usually they're one-time use, aren't they? It's probably going to leak, and I'm going to be back here in a month or something, aren't I? A couple of weeks, and replacing this gasket then. But I don't think there's going to be any point putting any, because I've got some Loctite grey, and I was just going to put loads of Loctite over it, but I don't think it's going to work. I think I'm going to have to just try and put it back on as it came off and count my lucky stars, and hopefully we'll get away with it. But more than likely we won't. But I'm just gonna have to put it back together because there's not a lot else I can do. So we'll have to keep an eye on the coolant. Obviously we'll be checking the temperature anyway to make sure that the thermostats are working. But hopefully it don't leak. Anyway, that's what I'm gonna do. Pro gamer move. Put the thermostat on before putting the pump back on. Alright, that was retarded because I can't get this fucking thing back on now, so I'm gonna have to undo these a little bit to get my mate on here, because that won't fucking give anyway. I don't know if you can hear that, but that's the L200. Yeah, good timing. I don't know if he's waiting for me to turn this on or not, but right, I think he's done. No, still going. Right, he's done. I've got the 5 Series all bled up now. I've just moved it back from where it was to try and create a new clean bit of concrete so we could see if it was leaking. And it's been running for a good time now, and no massive water leaks from that water pump area. So yeah, I'm happy with that. It's so I've just got it up to around 90 degrees. So yeah, I think that's probably the first time the car's been at 90 degrees in my ownership. So it's probably having a real good time there. Just, ooh, we're nice and warm again, you know. I've missed that warmth, haven't you? I've only been getting to about 60 degrees. I know this morning it was higher for some reason, because it was a bit hotter or something, but why are you... I swear he's waited for us. Can I have a quick look at that? So yeah, that's done anyway. I'm putting it back together. I'm putting tray on, because I'm that confident that my water pump's not leaking. I'm putting that tray back on. Child. Oh, that Audi though. I know it's not your birthday, but I bet you feel pretty lucky, right? Hey? Getting them both out in one video. Christ. This is just like, I mean, say if the Integra and the M3 were on track together at the ring or something like that, even that wouldn't top having these two out here together, would it? No chance. So, BM's looking pretty happy. The water pump seal, I mean, it is what it is. We're fully expecting that to fail and start leaking, but it didn't, and it hasn't done yet. So, I mean, I let it go all the way up to temperature, and it's just cooling down now, and I'm going to check the level of how much coolant's in it after that as well. And yeah, we'll see. I guess I'll just keep my eye on it. Slightly worrying, but it went back together and it's not leaked, so we'll take it on face value of that. We'll move on to the Audi then. So what's happened to the Audi? Well, if you've been watching, you might know that I've changed the clutch, flywheel, release bearing, crank main seal, tandem pump gasket, and a wheel bearing, and this is all since the car's been off the road, and I really should have scrapped it really, or got rid of it or something, but quite like it. I put quite a lot of money into this car last year. Tyres, wings, battery, and you know, just getting a bit carried away in the old Bangonomics, because I originally paid £700 for it, and by the end of last year I was about 2 grand into it, and then the flywheel went. Like, fucking hell, that's not what you want, is it? So I had a bit of a decision to make, to just scrap it off or fix it, and we ended up fixing it. I got the flywheel from Mick, so that helped a lot, and then got all the other bits done as well. And then when I went to take it for a quick test drive, just to make sure everything was okay, make sure the clutch worked and all that, the brakes just weren't there. I was like, what the fuck? It's like the brakes had no assistance on them whatsoever. So bear in mind, I have been in with a tandem pump, which is the vacuum pump as well as the fuel pump. So, you know, I've been playing around with it. So I've double checked my work. My chemical metal that I tried to fix the vacuum thing with has just come away. So it must have been out of date or something. That's not lasted even one engine cycle with the car coming up to temperature. That's dead. And I did find what I thought was a pinhole leak in a vacuum hose. So now I ordered some vacuum hose but it didn't turn up, so thankfully Dan, who was with the Saab L200, he's given me some vacuum hose, so hopefully that's the right stuff. And I've just got, it's the one that goes into the brake booster, so yeah, feeling quite confident about this one. Hopefully it's the right bit. Obviously I don't know until I change it, so yeah, I'm gonna get on. I've just unplugged it off it now, so I've never changed any of these before. My despite owning VAG cars for a couple of years, never had to piss about too much with these, and now I have. So these are not even the original ones, I don't think. I think these have been changed at some point, but let me just flip the camera around. So I did find, it's rubbed a bit there, but there is one bit which is a little bit savage. Is it this bit? I think it's this bit where I found a little pinhole. Anyway, I'm going to change it and then we'll see if my brakes come back. Now, that's where we did the chemical metal, if you watched that episode. It's down there, where you can see that Jubilee clip, but as you can see, that fitting is loose. So I scraped most of the chemical metal off of it. Was it the other day? Because it wasn't doing anything. I don't know if it just got up to temperature and then went, so yeah, not ideal. But the brakes were definitely not shit when it went away. I never noticed the brakes being poor, and now they definitely are. So I can't really sell it as it is. I can't even drive it at the minute to decide which one I like better, but I think I'm going to keep this one. Even though I technically bought the worst E61, because it's the 525D 2.5, where it's the fucking performance of a 4-cylinder and the fuel economy, the 6-cylinder, and it's just somewhere in the middle. It is what it is. I don't mind that car, I quite like it, and do also quite like this. This one looks better, drives better. It's faster, this, based on my quick tests. Obviously I couldn't go that fast with no servo, but well, I did, but it was not having assisted brakes is a bit strange. So anyway, let me change this and then hopefully we'll be singing and dancing. Well, I think I've sorted it. I think I've just had a quick test of the brakes now, and replacing that vacuum hose, and there's one mystery cable tie as well that I had to put on, which I'll show you. But yeah, it's braking all right now. It's not braking mint. I won't say it's got a lot of stopping power, but it never did. You know, it probably brakes about the same as the 5 Series, I guess. But I mean, they're not massive brakes on this. It's not a big heavy car though. That's way heavier. You proper feel how much heavier the car is when you're driving it. When you drive these back to back. Ooh, there's a top gear test that you want to see, don't you? Around angles to these two. So yeah, happy with this. This is good. Now, I'm on to this one now. So the Blue Lad. Now, I'm semi being a bit of a lazy bastard here, but what I was thinking was, just for now, because I've not quite tidied up enough room and I don't really want to be here tidying up all day, what I'm gonna do is put the seats down in the back of the Audi, because it's, you know, big open space and all that, and because this is going to be parked here for just a little bit until I sell it at least, I'm just going to put the bits from that just into the back of the Audi for now, and that way I can stay outside as well while I'm doing it. That's nice, isn't it? Hey, yeah, that should come apart with I've got my 10mm on my impact gun. That'll get pretty much half the car off, and then the rest of it will probably be cable ties, I imagine. stuff. Oh, I didn't show you that secret cable tie, did I? Well, it was on where the booster goes, you know, where the vacuum line goes into the booster. So, I mean, it's still loose there. Perhaps the brakes would be absolutely mint, like brand new, if that fitting on the tandem pump was better. I didn't install it. That was someone else. Bing, 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 bing. I'm still making a plan. I'm in the design stage of stripping this. Oh, that's a nice badge, isn't it? Wiper arms. That's one thing I need, 'cause mine are fucked. We'll take that. We'll take the front end, headlights, mirrors. Yeah, we'll have them. Oh, that one's cracked. Oh, that's, fucking hell, that's the one that was off the black one originally, right. So we'll get the doors, quarter panels, trunk. There's nothing really from the interior that I need. Maybe the mats. Oh god, look at the state of the fucking things. Right, I'm going to start taking stuff off. Oh, sorry MR2, but it was 400 quid, right? That's how much I gave Ben for the car. And if you know these cars, that's what the roofs are. Rest of it's just fucking free basically, so we'll take off what we want or what we think we might need in the season, and then the rest can go to scrap. It'll only be worth about 40 quid, but it's 40 quid in back pocket, innit? Rather than spending 40 quid a month to keep it there. Hey? Science. Is math related to science? I don't know. Right, I'll crack on. I just jacked it up to get the front bumper off, and she started pissing all over. Dirty bastard. Well, it looks a bit different now, doesn't it? Remember that tiny horse from quite a while ago? Wait. We're doing horse vlogs now. But you don't take my fingers. Steady. Right, ready? I'm not going to tease you because I know you don't like that, but stay there. Be nice. You're not being... Stop, he's chewing the air. Trying to get the treat. What are you doing? Just slow down. Because we're on YouTube and...
You just don't know how to act, do you, on camera? Hey?
Starstruck. Look, let me give you this then. Don't eat my hand.
You've got curly fingers, you need flat fingers.
There we go. Oh, he loves that. Yeah? No, that's it's all gone, mate. Do you want to buy an Audi? No? Well, nice to see you, Stubby, but I've still got to get this stripped and it might rain soon, but never mind. So, yeah, I'm going to carry on. Oh, go on, stand on that door. No? Alright. Bye, Stubby. Oh, go on. Ride off into the sunset, lad. You could probably ride him, you know, I'm pretty sure. No? Alright, never mind. Right, we're there for today. I've had enough. Well, I'm starving. I've been here about 10 hours, I think. Which is probably I shouldn't be admitting, but got some jobs done. Thermostats, brakes, and then rip this one to shreds. So, like I said, I've left the suspension on it. My job for tomorrow is going to be to put it on the trailer, and then while it's on the trailer I'll take the suspension off, so then it'll just be sat on the trailer, then it can get weighed in. I don't know how the scrap metal man's going to pick it up, but that's for him to work out, isn't it? Normally they go in, like when I scrapped my old Audi, they went in through the windows and lifted it on the roof with a forklift. You're not going to have much luck of doing that here. Maybe you can get underneath it, but then again, it's not going to be on the floor. Well, it's going to be on the floor, sorry, so he might not be able to get underneath it. And there's not going to be a subframe on it either on the back, so maybe he'll strap something to it, I don't know. But how much of an MR2 can you get into an Audi? Don't fall out. Quite a bit, yeah, as you'd expect. Now, you have to be really quick when you're shutting the boot though. Fucking sweet, she loves it. So I've got my doors and bumper, and the back bumper's off in there somewhere anyway. Right, so I enjoyed watching today. It's been a bit of a mixed bag on these three lovely cars. Now then, I didn't think it was totally fair to end the video there, so we're going to actually carry on. I mean, it's an iPhone video anyway, so what's it matter if you're still watching, you're still watching. So I only got halfway through stripping the MR2 really yesterday. There's still more to do. I need to get it on the trailer, finish stripping the suspension, get the ABS pump and the wiper motor and stuff like that off of it. And also yesterday I said that I'd fix my Audi brakes, which I thought I had. I drove the car back into the unit last night and it was just the same again. So I'm going to take the tandem pump off again, because obviously that's my favourite thing in the world and it's a nice easy job. So I'm going to take that off again and I'm going to try and seal it again around the vacuum pipes. It's got to be that. It's loose, it shouldn't be loose. So I'm going to try and fix that on the Audi. All I'm going to use this time, I've not got any chemical metal because it's gone off and I couldn't find any this morning. Screw fix, Alfords, nope. So I'm going to use some, what is it, Loctite Grey, my favourite sealant in the world. High temp seal, it's on a vacuum so it doesn't really need to hold any pressure, does it, if it's vacuum, maybe. So anyway, I'm going to try that, but that's my day. I thought, you know what, we'll bring you along again. We're going to have a good time. Right, well, sun's out, I'm going to make a start on this bugger, just getting a few more bits off. So I'm just going to leave you because I remember you not working, but stuff like this, I'm trying to think if I might need it, you know, and I'd regret throwing a car away if it had some bits on it that I need and I had to pay for them. That's not what I want to happen, so I'll take a few more bits off. Yeah. Just noticed some epic caster mods I must have made yesterday when I was jacking it up. What about this side? Oh no caster on that side. You only want it on the driver's side anyway, don't you? Right, I got slightly distracted, but I'm gonna have a go at doing this in situ just to be a top bodger. Christ, I mean, that chemical metal just must have been off or something, but I'm pretty sure this is my problem why my brakes are wank. And on my old A4, splashed some chem metal around there and it was good as gold, man, but this one weren't as happy. So I'll clean it up and see if I can gunk it up. The problem is, then when you go to put the actual pipe on, that goes to the booster. This is quite stiff and I think that's how I might have broke it last time, so ideally I could do with it being on. The pipe being on and then put some sealant around it, but it's not great, is it? I'll give it a clean up and see if I can bodge it. Yes. All the noisy bastards are up here today. Anyway, I've done the bodgiest shit I've done for a while, so we're going to leave that. Let it cure and see what happens. Oh, he's got it off. So yeah, I managed to slide the pipe back on, and then I tried not to move it at all, and I'm just going to hopefully the sealant's in a nice place where it can just fucking chill and stop the leaks. It's a bit ghetto that, innit, but if it works, I really don't want to have to take the tandem pump off because it's held in with about 5 or 6 bolts and they're just right hard to get to. So tried to do it in situ for now, and we'll just give that an hour while we're stripping the MR2 down or whatever, come back and see how it looks. Mine favourite, definitely not used for this, and I know that word, the silicon word, if you're over 40 and you're into cars, that'll fucking send shivers down your spine, won't it? Silicon. But YOLO. Well, I've got most of the stuff off the front that I want. So I've got the brake booster, ABS stuff, the rad, the wiper motor. Just took the towing out eye as well because I just absolutely clobbered myself with the bastard, so took the towing eye out. I'm going to put the car on the trailer now, and then we'll get the suspension off, put a steering rack at the front and the rear subframe and stuff. I've got the car on the trailer now. Now comes the fun part. How much can we remove whilst it's on here? I want all the suspension and all that kind of shite off. but at the same time it's going to be a bit of a pain to jack the car up, so but why should you have to get the angle grinder out anytime you want to fucking do anything on your MR2? Fucking raining now anyway. 5 minutes later. Right, I've had a pure genius fucking brainwave there after sulking for a little bit. So all you have to do is sulk for a bit and then the ideas come to you. Look, fucking hell, look at all that room. I can use my jack for safety as well, or maybe I'll go and get an axle stand or something just to be doubly sure. Oh, I've just found, just having a quick look on the inside of that blue MR2, and I found some centre caps, which you never know. I wonder if they'll go on. I repainted these wheels as well. Oh, I feel like they might be the original ones. Hey up. Look at that. Red as well, eh? Boom. Hey up. See, I'm fucking treating this as a fully successful strip now. I've got something for red one already bolted on, look. Right, I've come up to a semi-interesting part for my MR2 brethren out there. The rear toe adjusters. God, there was C solid on this thing. Or, you know, one of them still is. And I'm thinking, maybe I can show you my method to getting this one off. Might help you out, eh? It was proper stuck on. So, let's see if I can apply the same method to the other side and see if we can get it off. Sunny again now, look, bastard. So if you're going to buy one of these MR2s, you're going to want it setting up, aren't you? You want to sort the suspension out, but pretty much every one that you'll buy that's just been used as a regular car or whatever, these rear toe adjusters are going to be stuck. And they go into the rear subframe here, look. Yeah. So you've got a little plate on this side and there's a plate on the other side to adjust, and you're adjusting the angle at the back of the hub. Now, initially this was stuck on, and I thought I was just going to sack these off, to be honest, but I managed to get them loose. So that was on there first, that was a bit crusty, and I just got a little pry bar behind it and managed to wiggle it off. But now this thing is solid and it's not moving anywhere. And there's another plate on the back, just there, all crustaceaned up, yeah? So there's another plate there, so we can't just put a socket on the end and try and turn that, because, you know, it's got these little notches at the side of it, you know, the same as the front. So what we have to do, or what I did, well, it's initially, where's the nut? There should be another nut, there we go. So first job, once you've got that plate off, put the nut back on. Yeah, you know where this is going, don't you? Put the nut on. Keep going until it's covering all the threads. Alright, so she's covering all the threads, because we're going to knock the fuck out of this with the hammer. So what we're going to do is hit this until it goes all the way in pretty much, and then that gives us enough room on the other side to get it with the big bastard, Harley's gun, and then that'll just spin it out. Well, that's what happened on this side, but let's find out. This is obviously took a right beating, but because we've got the nut on it, when we get it off we can just undo that and it should come out. So on this side now, because we've pushed it through, it's loose on the other side, which will allow the plate to spin around a little bit. Seems to be it, just enough to break it away from the bush, because it's stuck to the inside of the bush. That's the problem. But once it's loose like that, I should be able to get that nut off just now as well. Oh, the nut's gone a bit Not quite a 17, it is there though. Just about. No, not there. There we go, she's out. So, you know, it might not be that I want to reuse these specifically, because I think the ones that are on my car are a bit better than this, but I can still clean these up and keep them as spares, because that's one thing else that I don't have to buy from Toyota now if I need another. So obviously socket's a bit. Give that. Oh, there we go. Okay. So yeah, that's looped up, and we've saved that. We didn't have to cut anything. This nut still goes back on, does it? It fucking does. So there you go. Something epic might be about to happen. Oh, that side's out again. Come on. What you fall? Wheels off. Hey, there we go. Oh yeah. Right, let's have a recap then, because I'm packing up, I'm done. I've got things organised. So obviously we got all the panels off yesterday, and today we spent most of the day, all of the day pretty much, getting off anything else that we thought we might need off the blue MR2. So what have I got? So this is the stuff that was out of the front area. The radiator and the brake stuff, the ABS, the brake booster. The wiper arms. Now the reason I took that is because mine's broken somewhere, and it still works, but it waggles slightly. It was fine at Cadwell in the rain, so it's not something that I'm in a rush to change, but I thought we've got the spare motor as well, so just in case. These are the front hubs, and that's a little brace that the front hubs have on them. So I managed to get all the bolts out, nothing's stuck really. Rear subframe looking good, yeah, a bit of rusty but not too bad. These are the two rear hubs, and then the suspension arms, I got them all off and free. All the bolts are out as well, and the old shockers, obviously won't be using them, and that's what it leaves us with. So that's one well used, perhaps, what's the word? I've been very thorough in my takings. Now the windscreen, I'm just gonna leave it, and you know, if I do get a crack in my windscreen again, I'll probably do it again myself on that one, but I can't be asked trying to keep this glass safe somewhere. It's definitely going to get smashed up somewhere, and I'll end up cleaning up more glass, which is like my favourite thing pretty much. But yeah, that's it, she's done, so say goodbye to her. How much do you think I'll get for it? I reckon about 40 quid max. But have a guess, go on, drop me a comment and have a guess. How much do you think we'll get for scrap with this MR2, eh? Not a lot. But, you know, like I said at the start, we've had a use out of it just with the hardtop, anything else is a bonus, so yeah. Now I've decided I'm not going to mess with the Audi anymore, I'm going to let it cure at least overnight. I'll put the intake pipe back on it so that when I come to it tomorrow or the next day, I can just start it up and go for a quick drive to test it. But I need to get all the panels out the back as well. I've been today and bought some tech screws so I can hang them on the wall. That's my plan. I might do some of that today, I don't even know what time it is. I've been here ages. Right, she's strapped on, ready to go. Put the old seats in out the black one to scrap it off, just to get rid of them. But yeah, I thought it's not the end of the video. I've got one more thing left to do. It's not the Audi, we're going to leave the Audi, it's the E61, but just thought you might want to say goodbye, so say goodbye. We won't be seeing it again. I think we've had as money's worth out of it anyway. So she's sturdy as well, look, only needs one strap. I've just had a quick look at the Audi, and the sealant feels good. Just well, it feels dry at least. So I can probably put my put the intake pipe back on. I'm not going to start it up or drive it, although I've got all the panels out. I was going to try and hang them all on the wall, but there aren't any flat surfaces really, so I managed to hang those two, and the rest of them I'll just fucking stuck in there in a right mess, but never mind. But yeah, the Audi's free of parts now. Fucking hell. Right, we'll leave this as is for now. I called it too early saying it was fixed yesterday, thinking that I'd fixed it when I just built a little bit of vacuum and then it went. But hopefully that'll be alright now. If not, we can always send another one to scrapyard. Some sight that, isn't it? If only had a nice camera to take a nice picture. Right, let's end this video as we started with the 5 Series. I want to see if I've lost any coolant. So last night after coming here, I went up to Middlesbrough, get some Parmos, Park End Pizza. Not bad pizza here. Well, side note, if you want one, then you have got to go to Middlesbrough if you want a good one. That's the rules. But anyway, 5 Series. So let's see if there's any coolant loss, eh? It was just above the max before, so. This needs to, I know actually, wait there. Because Joe found one in his unit. Oh, boot, what are you doing? Get your fucking head up, lad, it's Sunday. It's got one of these, look, but not a chance to stick it on yet. I don't know what one of the previous owners was thinking. Apparently this wasn't the guy I bought it off. But he's done the wheels as well. You on, lad. Who thinks that's a good idea? Thankfully, of course, no black kidney grills. Thank you. But have we lost any coolant? Oh, that's a nice clean. Yeah, I did clean the engine bay. Yeah, I fucking did right. So, go on. You've been sat here all day cold. What are you up to? Please still be over max. Please still be over max. Uh-oh. Well, I mean, it's over min, so that's a good thing, right? It's not over the max though, so I've either lost some, or maybe I just didn't put enough in yesterday, and it's just with that. I did about 90 miles yesterday, so maybe it's just it's not a fair test, is it, boys? We can't write this off yet. I'll put some more coolant in it, and then I'll check it end of week or something like that, and we'll see if it's losing any. Easy. Oh, it's only just under. It's only just under the max. So it's gone. It's hard for you to see that, isn't it? But it's gone just above the max there. So I've only put about 50 mil in, 100 mil. We'll take that as a win. So maybe it's just leaking a little bit. That'd make sense, wouldn't it? But at the same time, maybe I just didn't put enough in. That'd also make sense, wouldn't it? Right, that brings us to the end of what I'm sure has been a very long, interesting vlog. I've tried to have a think lately about what I want my YouTube channel to be and where I want to go with it, but when it comes to actually just making videos, it's quite fun to follow myself around with a camera when I'm doing stuff, and then when I edit the video later, it's, you know, I laugh at myself somewhat. Is that sad? I don't know, but I enjoy making this kind of video as well, because I'm literally just getting stuff done and, you know, carrying my camera around, carrying my phone around with me. So yeah, I don't know if these are any good to watch though. Obviously it's probably been long as fuck, and if you've made it this far, if you made it to the end, let me know, because I'd be interested to know if anyone is actually gonna watch this all the way through, especially when it's just me with a phone, and you know, there's no production value really, is there? It's just literally a vlog. It's me making videos on my phone, stitching them together and putting them on the internet. So it's not the kind of videos that, you know, if I was going to make YouTube videos and be able to say, oh, I'm having this, that and the other, you know, it's not the way I'd make them. But you know, I'm on my own, I'm doing some bits on the car and I'm just following myself around, so hopefully it's been all right. I mean, it's not the first time I've done that, is it? So you should be used to it by now. But in the same sentence, I have been thinking about where I want to take it and what I want to do with it. And anyway, that's been my weekend up here. What have I got done? I've somewhat perhaps fixed my 5 Series, somewhat perhaps fixed my Audi, and we've stripped the blue MR2, and that'll get off to scrap tomorrow. So let us know what you think I'll get for it. I'll be surprised if I get 40 quid. That'll be nice. Probably have to give Ed 20 quid to take it anyway, so so I hope you've enjoyed watching, and I don't know what'll be next, but it might be another video like this. Give us some feedback though, because I know that the Mick always leaves a fucking solid comment every time, but it's always positive as fuck. So let me know. Just give me some. I feel like I'm at this stage where I want a little bit of feedback now to know what my audience thinks. Perhaps probably a good idea to know what your audience thinks, right? Rather than just, because obviously I've just been making videos and not really thinking too much about it. So anyway, that's enough waffling and talking, and I'm sure this video has been a mighty one. So yeah, go and have a sit down and go and watch someone else for a bit and wait for me to return, which will probably be next weekend. Bye.